Hey folks, it's Medros and I'm back here. We are going to do double tasks today. So on one side of me, you're going to see me doing some evolutions. I have some lucky evolutions to do. And on the other side, we have some news, some stuff to talk about that's been mentioned in the world, and so on. Let's just get with it here. So we're gonna do some lucky evolutions, and we're gonna talk about some news because there's lots to talk about, and I want to get through as much of it as we can today. So Niantic posted this on the 30th of March, and it's basically to tell the players how they're going to do AR Gaming from Home in their three games: the Ingress, Pokemon Go, and the Wizards Unite. So, needless to say, Niantic didn't really plan for. They expected that we were going to have in the next few weeks a Safari Zone in Liverpool, and then I think 2 or 3 weeks after that a Safari Zone in Philadelphia. They expected we were going to have a very different spring than we've had. They expected we already have many shiny Abras. We would now be having another shiny, I'm sure, because we'd be looking forward to another shiny, because we're now in April. We were expecting to have a very different time, and that time has changed. What is acceptable has changed for the time being, and it's time for us and for them to accept that and move past that. So they want to talk a little bit about what we as players will do and what they expect us to do now that the world has changed. Their goal has always been getting us outside. That, get up and go was the mantra of Pokemon Go. Getting us out and going and walking and exercising seemed to be almost a personal mantra, a personal edict, a life challenge for John Henke. And this was the way he saw that was able to be done. So the fact that we can't, I am sure, is not something that he is happy about. But I will say that he has adjusted to that with a deftness and a willingness to change that many should find admirable. So the DNA of Niantic's gaming is getting out, and we can't get out. We have to stay home. Some places we literally cannot leave the house. We have to shelter in place. Some places you can get out, but it's not recommended. Here, it's not a requirement, but it is definitely strongly advised to stay home if you can. I have barely left the house. I've gone out for short walks twice since I started working from home, and gone out for shopping trips twice. Thankfully, you're getting some stops and stuff in. My 7-day spin streaks are destroyed. I have not hit a 7-day streak in a week and 2 weeks now, I think. My catch streaks are still good. My research streaks are still good, but other than that, it's as it comes, basically. So back to kind of what the post is here. While it's impossible to predict when and how the situation with COVID-19 will evolve globally, we're going to make the following changes to our games and live events. Exercise. You can track your steps indoors with Adventure Sync, so activities like cleaning your house and running on a treadmill count towards game achievements. We're going to make improvements to Adventure Sync so it works even better with outdoor movement and activity. Social. We're enhancing our in-game virtual social features to enable players to stay in touch when they can't meet in real life. You'll soon be able to team up with friends and take on raid battles together in Pokemon Go for the comfort of your home. We're still waiting to hear how it's going to be. They've currently doubled the distance you can raid at a gym. We're still waiting for the features that are discussed here. It's been a few days since this came out, so we know there's a lot of time yet before we'll see that feature, but they are working on that, and there's a lot of thoughts and comments in the community on how that should be done. I personally, for one, do not want to see this in the form of the best way I can put it, I don't want to see this be people able to raid in Japan from Chicago or in Germany from Winnipeg. I don't want that. I understand people want to raid with their friends no matter where they are, but I don't feel like that is in tune with what I expected the gameplay of Pokemon Go. No idea how they're actually going to do this, but that's kind of my thinking. And hopefully Niantic will give us some more information, some more insight into what they're actually planning to do for this, how this feature will work once they have a little more settled on how it's actually going to work. Explore. We're also looking into how we can help players virtually visit and share memories about their favorite real-world places until they can once again visit them in person. Live events. And this is a big one. We're reimagining what it means to participate in a Niantic live event this summer, putting our creative energy towards bringing the excitement directly to your home. That means we're working on an entirely new way to enjoy Pokemon Go Fest. More details coming soon. So this is kind of one of those that we've all, or many of us at least, have been wondering. How would they handle their premier big event, Chicago Go Fest, when the players cannot go to Chicago? This leads to a lot of questions. I am curious and I'm interested to see what is going to happen with the live events, because I want to participate. I've always wanted to go to a Go Fest. And I actually have a ticket to the Philadelphia Safari Zone. It was given to me by somebody in the local community. So I will actually be able to participate in the remote events that are going to happen around that. Even though when the formal Safari Zone happens, I will not be able to go there in person, barring a lottery win or something like that. So I want to see how this works out, but I want to see this mean a few things. First off, I want to see more tickets available, since they don't have to worry about physical space in Chicago. But I also want to see a lower price, since they don't have to worry about the physical space in Chicago. They don't need to rent the park. They don't need to have amenities. They don't need to worry about how they can shift cost of the event to the number of tickets they can sell for it. So I think it was $99 last year for Chicago Go Fest. I would like to see Go Fest be priced this year in line with what we saw for the Safari Zones in Philadelphia and St. Louis. So $12 and $18, I believe, with the tickets prices. That to me would be the price points that I would expect to see and would want to see, because that will be something that a large number of the player base can actually do. This will also allow people to participate in a large and significant way. What they end up doing, I don't know. We haven't seen any indication yet, and we're still waiting for that information. I assume we'll have that around the time of the Philadelphia Safari Zone or sooner. So probably within the next month or so, because it's just over a month away from the Safari Zone in Philadelphia when I'm recording this. And I'd like to see some more information on that. I'd like to see some indication of price, attendance possibilities, and ticket sale levels. You literally could have everybody playing. People are willing to pay for events. We can see this from the Regigigas and from the Genesect events that they've held. So we know that that's possible. We know they can do that. Whether they are able or willing to, we'll have to wait and see. But they do go on to talk a little bit about adapting the current gameplay. Go Battle League, like I said before, does not require a distance walked in currently. This, I'm sure, will return once we're back to normal gameplay, but for now it's not required. And I think that's a pretty big thing for Niantic to shift significantly how that was planned for. We will at some point go back to the 3-kilometer walking, but I know a lot of people are really enjoying that they don't have to walk right now. And they can do all of their stuff in one quick succession of runs, and they don't have to worry about all that stuff. They mentioned here Wizards Unite. They've increased the amount of content on the nearby for players. They also see Spell Energy. They've adjusted their events. They're having a community day this month, and will actually be a 24-hour community day, and everything can be done from home. Nothing will need you to go outside your house. I'm not sure how it's going to work yet, but it'll be really interesting to see how that works out, and to see what we end up expecting from that. I'm excited for that, because I've always struggled to try and do the research stuff in this short time period you have during a community day for Wizards. Gifts also have more stuff in them for Wizards Unite, and that's really good. Gifts in Pokemon Go have more stuff. You get Pokeballs now to refill that. A lot of the researches and event stuff they have going on right now rewards Pokeballs and Great Balls and Ultra Balls. The boxes right now have 50 Ultra Balls each, which limits what they can put otherwise, but definitely helps players who are struggling to catch. So That's really important, and I'm really happy that they did that, because it's super, super important for players to be able to do what they need to do. Ingress portals are now tuned to encourage at-home play. They've reduced the need to interact with multiple portals. They've increased the number of portal hacks before burnout, reduced cooldown periods of portals, and so on. There's lots of cool things. I don't know that a lot of people who watch these YouTube channels or these YouTube videos are thoroughly into Ingress, so I won't go too far into that. But they are absolutely trying to encourage people to play as best they can from home, to get their kilometers in the games that they play from home using Adventure Sync and available methods of walking that don't limit you based on where you're located. And that's really good. That's really, really awesome. Hopefully they will continue to do that, and we can see more interesting stuff going on from there. I think I mentioned earlier, one of the things that Niantic has done is they have doubled the distance to interact with gyms. It created an unfortunate bug with Pokestops where they also think they can be spun much closer than they can, but they can't. I don't know why they chose that, because I also need to be able to do researches, and I'd like to be able to do those from twice as far away, but I don't really have a say on that, so that's neither here nor there for me. They didn't really do an April post. Originally, okay, they did the post. The original post basically said that month of April would see the entire research extended. So it would be for the entire month of April as well. That Alolan Exeggutor would be in the 7-day research breakthroughs, and that the Spotlight Hour and Mystery Bonus Hour would continue through the month as they normally have, but they have provided updates to that since then. So the current event going on right now in Pokemon Go is the event for basically April Fools. It's called the Tricky Pokemon event. Basically, any Pokemon that likes to trick you. Sudowoodo pretending it's a tree, Fungus pretending it's a Pokeball, Krogunk looking kind of like a Joker, Ghastly and Haunter laughing at you, those kind of things. So what we have here from April 1st to April 7th in the morning to evening time frames. Starting the morning on the 1st, ending on the evening of the 7th, these Pokemon will appear more often. Ghastly, Haunter, Voltorb, Sudowoodo, Aipom, Krogunk, and Fungus. And if you're lucky, you might encounter Shiny Sudowoodo and Shiny Krogunk. I'd love both of those. I do have a Shiny Bonsly, one Shiny Bonsly. I've not evolved it, so I'd love to not have to evolve it and just save myself the walk time and just get it as a Shiny Sudowoodo. That'd be really cool. But I also like a Shiny Krogunk. They're really, really, really cool. I really want one of those. As well, Stunfisk, the trap Pokemon, will make its Pokemon Go debut. And for the duration of the event, Stunfisk will be available as a field research, task reward, and encounters, and we're really lucky in the wild. After the event ends, Stunfisk will no longer appear to hatch from 5-kilometer eggs. You will then encounter Stunfisk as a field research reward encounter, and if you're very lucky, in the wild. Following Pokemon will appear in 5-kilometer eggs during the event: Aipom, Wynaut, Bonsly, Krogunk, and Stunfisk. So Bonsly, of course, again, can be shiny. Aipom can be shiny, Wynaut can be shiny, Krogunk can be shiny, Stunfisk cannot. Event-exclusive field research tasks will be available depending on the task. You may receive a reward encounter with Sudowoodo, Krogunk, or Stunfisk. You can take a step out and you may get photobombed. Photobombed by either Krogunk or Aipom, and either of them can be shiny from the photobomb. If they are shiny, they'll appear shiny in the photobomb, and then in the wild, when you get out of your photobomb, they'll be shiny as well. So it's definitely something to watch out for, because that's really, really cool. It's been fun seeing people post pictures of their shiny, wild Krogunk or Aipoms. It's really neat looking at that. As well, Ditto will appear in the wild, more frequently wild. It can now appear as Voltorb or Fungus as well as the previous list. So thankfully, I've only had to do a few catches of those, and it's not taking me too many to get those. Fungus and Voltorb are appearing frequently in the wild right now. Aipom is also appearing fairly frequently, and I thankfully have gotten my lucky Ditto, as well as I got a 98% Ditto from the wild catches. So it's been pretty cool that way. Next up, so Spotlight Hour, they had originally mentioned is going to be happening normally in the game for this month. The April event thing said that we'd have Spotlight Hour, we'd have Entei, we would have all this stuff, and that kind of changed a little bit. But it looks like Spotlight Hour and Bonus Hour are merged into one. So they'll both be happening on Tuesdays now, and it's going to be really, really good to see that we will get a bonus and actual Pokemon boosted, specific Pokemon for the hour in this current coming month, so that's good. So Tuesday, April 7th, we'll have Purloin in the spotlight, and you'll earn double XP for catching Pokemon during that time. Magnemite will be in the spotlight on the 14th of April, which can be shiny. You'll earn twice the candy for that, and that is shiny again. So you should definitely make sure you are getting as many catches in as you can. Go for a little bit of walk during that hour, and definitely have incense up, because those are coming once an hour or once a minute right now, and you definitely want, you know, a lot of chances at that shiny Magnemite. Next up, we have Wobbuffet on the 21st, and you earn twice the candy for transferring Pokemon during that time. It can't be shiny in the wild, so only really do that if you really need Wobbuffet. Otherwise, I'd probably just, you know, mark some stuff for transferring during that time and transfer away. Get double candy for transferring. It's definitely worth it. April 20th, we'll have Pidgey, which also can be shiny in the wild, and you'll earn twice the XP for evolving Pokemon. So catch as many Pidgeys as you can, evolve them, get a lucky egg on, and you'll get lots and lots of XP for that. Good time to burn through that. And Pidgey's a 12 candy evolve, so for every 2 you catch on a Pineapple Berry, you can do 1 evolve. So that's definitely something that you can keep in mind. And good luck on getting that shiny during that event. Alright, and now we're going to talk about the event coming up. So they announced just yesterday that we are going to have a spring event. It's kind of teased a little bit. We kind of saw some stuff being data mined that was maybe coming up soon, so good to see a lot of this stuff is going to actually happen. So spring has sprung for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, and what better way to celebrate than to bring a springtime event to game. So we are going to have more Flower Crown Pokemon. Joining the Flower Crown gang, which we currently have Pikachu, and we have Eevee, which the Eevees can evolve, and we have lots of Flower Crown Eevees. We are going to have some new Flower Crown stuff. So Baneri wearing Flower Crowns and Pikachu wearing flower hats will also be appearing in the wild. I think Pikachu is going to be a different look than it was before. These can also be shiny, so you can get a shiny Baneri wearing a flower crown and a shiny Pikachu wearing a flower hat. Following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild. Execute, Chansey, Mareep, Marill, and Torchic. And if you're lucky, the new shiny for the event is Shiny Execute. You can find that one up here along with the news post. It's a golden one, real easy to notice. And based on the number of Executes I've been seeing lately, definitely going to likely get one of those, or hopefully going to get one of those during this event. It will run from 9th to the 16th, again the 8 a.m. on the 9th to the 16th at 10 p.m. local time, so lots of time to try and get one of those. The following Pokemon will be hatching more often from 2-kilometer eggs. Pichu wearing a flower crown, Togepi wearing a flower crown, which is interesting. Happiny, Munchlax, Tyrogue, Chingling, and Riolu. Riolu, guys. This is your golden Riolu chance. All eggs received from gifts during the event will be 2-kilometer eggs. That means I'm opening more eggs. That means I'm opening more gifts, and I'm going to try and get more gifts to send. I understand I have not sent gifts to my friends lately, simply because I haven't been outside to get not many gifts. I've sent gifts when I could, but I run dry pretty quick. So there will be event-exclusive field research tasks that reward encounters with a Alolan Executor, a Azumarill, and if you're extremely lucky, a Dino. And a Togepi backpack and hoodie will be available in the in-game shop. Bonus during this event is 2 times hatch candy, and lucky eggs will last for 1 hour. Really excited for this. We do also still have the half hatch distance, so those 2 kilometers eggs will only take 1 kilometer to walk, which is going to be a really good thing for anybody who wants to try and maximize their ability to get some really cool stuff that way. I think for this one, based on what we're seeing here, for Lucky Chance, I don't think there's a lot here. I've got my Lucky Torchics. I'm pretty sure I have my Lucky Marill family. I know I've got my Lucky Mareep family. I know my Chansey family. Execute, I'm pretty sure I have those as well. So yeah, I'm looking more for shinies, I think, this event. Unless there's stuff that spawns that I'm not aware of. For the hatches, Chingling, I don't have the Lucky Chimecho family. I think I might have 1 Lucky Chingling, but I still need a second one. So maybe if the wife can hatch a few of those, that may be pretty cool, but I don't overly expect that. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for currently announced for April. That brings us pretty much to the middle of the month. I don't know if we'll have any event for the week after this, so starting around the 16th or 17th. But yeah, very cool. This event will end on my birthday, so pretty cool to see that is going to happen. And I'm really interested to see what they have planned for the rest of the month. The weekend after that, I believe, is when the Liverpool stuff, they just announced via email to those who have tickets for the Liverpool event that they will get 8-hour incenses, and they will also get all the spawns in their location like we saw for St. Louis Safari Zone. So that's pretty cool, and I think that's about it. So lots of things are happening, lots of things are changing. Keep watching Twitter, keep watching the news sources for more as things are announced and revealed. We're still waiting on more information on the GoFest stuff, how they're going to take advantage of that, and go from there. I hope you guys are excited for April. It looks like it's going to be an interesting month, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the Lucky Evolutions. They're important for my Lucky decks, and I'm very happy to have gotten them, and it's good to do these things sometimes. Kind of clear out the backlog of things while talking about the news. So that's going to be it for this video. Please do not forget to follow me on Twitter at Pokemon Go Medros, and do not forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. In the meantime, take care, happy hunt to those Pokemon, and don't forget to catch them all. Cheers!